Hey guys, what's up? It's Kyle Laffey back at you with another video. Thank you so much for the support on my first. I thought I would get like 9 or 10 views and it ended up getting like 100 views. So you guys are excited about the content. I'm even more excited to keep making it. Let's dive in again with another video. So today's video is about how to land your dream sponsor by creating spec content. And when I say spec content, I mean speculative content. Quick shout out, thank you to Dale for this idea. He's been with Theta now, 1.5 years, super cool guy. I'll put his link in the description below, but he gave me a list of video ideas he'd like to see me create, and here you are, Dale. I thought it was an incredible list and a great idea. So how to land your dream sponsor with spec content. Let's jump right in. So first off, just to clarify, what is speculative content? Often targeted at a brand sponsor or a team in hopes that they see it, you create a photo, a video, or a text post, that has no guarantees of payoffs, basically. So a quick example, because I'm more of a visual person, just so you can see what it's all about. Here we've got Alicia Griffin, and I scrolled through her profile and I confirmed she's very likely not sponsored by Elgato. But you can see here, this is a great example. So she made a tweet, finished setting up the stream setup in the new space. Shout out to Elgato for making awesome tools. She lists some of their products. She tags both Elgato and Logitech, two of the brands in the photos. And what a beautiful looking photo, okay? I mean, it literally looks like a professional product shot. So to be clear, you don't have to be a professional photographer to create spec content, but this is one great example of, hey, look at her going out there making branded content with no guarantees, and she got noticed. You'll see here that Elgato actually retweeted her, and 505 likes, 27 retweets, all these comments. I'd say that was worth her time. So that's a quick example of what spec content is. So to get a little bit more into the why create spec content. Some of you guys might have some comments, and this might get a little controversial, and we're going to go over the risks of it later. But first, the benefits of creating spec content. First off, you're improving your content creation skills, okay? No one's perfect. No one's got everything 10 out of 10. You're already creating content anyways. Why not put a brand behind it and get a little better, each time you post a photo or a video. Two, each time you post a branded photo or video and you tag that brand, you have a chance of getting noticed by that brand, other brands, influencers sponsored by that brand, random streamers all over the internet. You're getting a lot of exposure. And I know that that's a scary term to use. I'm not saying work forever for free for exposure, but look, on your come up, creating spec content and getting noticed by other brands is actually super important. And I think it boosts a lot of people up quicker than they would have just producing their own same content with no brands involved. So I think this can eventually lead to you landing your dream sponsor. I really do mean that. And I see a lot of influencers out there that I hugely respect, and I see them making spec content for their dream sponsors. And I just know that they have such a better shot at someone else who's sitting around thinking those sponsors are going to contact them, or they're going to blow up one day and all these sponsors will wish they had sponsored them. It's not the right attitude to have, okay? Everyone's growing. There's a lot of different influencers for these brands to choose from, so here's a way to stick out. So we went over what is speculative content, why create speculative content. Real quick, sorry for the shout out, but if you guys do like this kind of stuff, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me a lot. Smash the like. It apparently helps the algorithm and helps other people discover it. And thank you so much. Okay, getting back to it. So a bonus to why creating spec content. You'll have a folder of content ready to go if that brand ever opens up partnerships, if they open up a recruitment challenge like SOAR RC, Phase 5, Gamers Got Talent from G Fuel. You've already got a list of content that you've been practicing, and maybe one of those is a good brand fit to just insert it right there. So, these are a ton of benefits. And we'll get into some of the downsides in a sec, but first I just want to go over some examples of branded content, spec content rather. And to be clear, the difference is these people are not sponsored by these brands, okay? They're doing it totally for free, and they're doing it because either they enjoy doing it, they want to get noticed, or hey, like I said, they're creating content anyways. Why not center it around a brand? Cool, okay, so now you guys can see more of my face. I don't know why I just switched to face cam, because we're actually going over to an example of this guy who I found randomly on Twitter. hey David, I don't know you. I was just going through Twitter and I saw you and I was hoping I could use you as an example. So first off, look at this guy's beautiful smiling face holding up Control. He tweets, I opened my first sample pack of Drink Control, taste test and impressions video coming soon. They weren't kidding around when they said the taste tastes like the bottom of a cereal bowl. So this is a great example. I mean, this particular tweet doesn't look like it popped off, but I'll tell you what, this David guy is making a lot of spec content, and I have no doubts this guy is going to pick up some sponsors with this attitude and this level of enthusiasm. So he looks like someone that was probably going to order Control anyways. And when he got the package and it arrived, he took a couple nice shots of him smiling, holding it up, showing the flavors. That's kind of funny right there. And certainly Control didn't hire him to do this, but he's getting on their radar, okay? Another example of some spec content, same guy. He bought some G Fuel Sonic energy drinks. And he made a YouTube video. He tagged G Fuel. People love this kind of stuff. And it looks actually like, in this case, G Fuel did retweet it. So to be clear, don't ever expect the brand's going to retweet it. But hey, if you make some good stuff, look at how much, exposure and impressions and new people saw this guy. So, I want to be clear, you shouldn't just be spending all your money ordering products and trying to get noticed by a brand. Like, you're going broke just buying products to make spec content. That's not what I'm saying here, but I'm going to go ahead and assume this guy was already going to order Control. He was already going to order G Fuel, and why not make some fun content out of it? So, huge shout out to David. I don't know him, but I think he's really commendable with how he's producing this spec content, and he's keeping at it. A couple other quick things about this guy. I saw, just a few days ago, he said that he submitted to the Elgato Partnerships app, okay? He didn't make it, okay? So he tweets a day later, I wasn't gonna get chosen. That won't discourage me. One day you'll accept me. That is the attitude that brands like to see, okay? They can't accept everyone. Maybe this guy wasn't big enough yet. But look, he's getting really good at branded content. So when they do scroll his timeline, they can see that he's totally capable of this stuff. So this guy really impressed me. I think that he's on his way to success. And I just love his attitude. So wanted to kind of bring him up as an example. Another one here I saw, this guy, we all love Sizzle Popcorn, but they don't sponsor every streamer out there. So I think this was a guy who wanted to try it anyways. He ordered some popcorn, and look, he made a nice post. Some good copy, tagged Sizzle Popcorn. In the photo, he actually tagged the CEO of the brand, so that's another great way, is maybe tag a few employees of the brand without being too annoying. And this one got retweeted. I mean, it didn't get crazy amounts of likes or retweets, but hey, Sizzle noticed, and I guarantee you, when this guy goes to apply for a partnership, if he includes this picture, he has a much better shot of being accepted. He's proven he can create good-looking branded content, and his audience seems to like it. He's got, a bunch of comments here. So, shout out to Senile Panda. I don't know him as well, but I was really impressed by his post here, and it looks like Sizzle was impressed as well. So just coming back to the idea of why we do this, it's really it's something where I'm not telling you to waste your time, and I'm not telling you to don't create the content that you wanted to in order to just shove a brand in there. But I think throughout my examples, you'll start to see that these people are weaving it into their other content, and almost all of them, especially these guys I'm about to go over, ended up landing those sponsors. So it really does work. You got to think outside the box a little bit, and this Wakanda guy, like, these are the type of posts that get passed around in the company Discord or Slack, okay? Like, especially Vessi here, who we'll go over. This guy was making Spec G Fuel videos. Hilarious. Okay, so to be clear, Vessi's got some crude humor. This is his style, but that's the type of video that G Fuel will laugh at, and they'll post in their Slack, and they'll be like, dude, this guy's hilarious. It doesn't mean they're going to sponsor him right then and there, but he's getting noticed. He's getting some conversation going. And I have a lot of respect for Vessi, because he loved G Fuel. He wanted to be sponsored by them, and he was making funny videos anyways. Why not tag G Fuel? And this was a TikTok, so he could post it across multiple platforms. So big shout out to Vessi, great job on this. Another couple videos I saw Vessi posting, Again, keep in mind he's got different humor, but he put up a big picture of Cliff, the CEO of G Fuel. Okay, so I'm not saying go dance or twerk in front of a picture of the CEO, but Vessie's humor was already like that. Why not involve a brand, make them laugh, shoot for the stars? If they don't like it, they don't like it. Keep going on. But I saw Vessie working so hard and making these types of videos before they ever noticed him. And I'm proud to say that, you know, Vessie is sponsored by G Fuel. You can see now in his Twitter bio, he's got multiple sponsors and he's doing really well for himself. So that didn't happen out of nowhere. That didn't happen overnight. He was already producing content so that when the opportunity came, he was ready. So this is the last one from Vessie, I think. But this is before he was sponsored.
Turn around. Turn your ass back around.
Super simple, super funny. Threw a brand in there. Awesome. Let's look at a couple more just because I love these examples. I think they help reinforce my point of what spec content is, why it's beneficial. Indo. So this was actually a submission for Gamers Got Talent. G Fuel was running a competition where you had a chance to be sponsored by them. But let me make something clear. No guarantees, okay? Indo was doing this with no guarantees that his time would be rewarded with a sponsor, with money, with anything like that. But he shot for the stars and he just went for it anyway. So check this out. So that was awesome. That was like hype, even if G Fuel wasn't involved and he just got sucked into the world of Fortnite and showed some clips and stuff. Just super impressed with this piece of content. You know, it posts across multiple platforms. I think one quick note here is I don't really recommend live streaming spec content. Do a TikTok, do a YouTube, a Twitter post, Instagram, something that can be cross-posted and you can refer to it later. Streams get lost and they're hard to do that. So great job to Indo. He's also now sponsored by G Fuel. I know he was putting out this content before they ever noticed him so that when the opportunity came, he was ready. And I highly respect him for doing that. Looks like we had one more Vessie video. Okay, well, a little more inappropriate, but you guys get the idea with Vessie. And then I have one more for the end. I'm going to save that and go over a couple of these other points. But okay, so to keep this pretty efficient, how often should you make spec content? Are you already going to order the product to begin with? You know, do you already have a HyperX mouse or are you already a big fan of G Fuel? Great, you're going to order that product. Why not just practice some content creation, some branded content creation, and use those products for some spec content? And I already mentioned, yeah, I recommend you create videos rather than doing streams. It's more timeless. You can save it for later. And streams just tend to not be noticed quite as much by brands unless they're already sponsoring them, or they get clipped and put into videos. So I do want to acknowledge there are some risks with spec content. I want to be clear. I'm not telling you to work for free, but the reality is a lot of you guys already are working for free when you put out your content and you know, you're doing this stuff because you love it, with the idea that you'll eventually be sponsored, you'll eventually have enough subs or donations to kind of sustain yourself. So just want to acknowledge you kind of already are working for free. And I'm not saying that you're like a slave to this brand where you're making spec content every day hoping they get noticed. I think doing it too much can have harmful effects. But at the same time, you know, why not prove to them that you have what it takes to be sponsored? And then once your audience grows, you already have this content ready, you already have those skills, and you're good to go. So I mentioned, you know, don't waste your money. Don't spend hundreds of dollars a month just trying to buy new products and get noticed by a new brand. But, you know, tastefully pose. These are great photos. I don't think all of them took a ton of effort, but you know, they sure as hell get noticed. Maybe they don't get noticed on the first time, but they do get noticed. And I really respect those people out there just repping brands that they love, sponsored or not. And I know brands love that too. So that just about concludes it. I think one last point I was gonna make is this is a really cool one. His name is XGhost042X. at at Theta, which is a live streaming startup that I work for. We had an opportunity where a streamer could be a host of a NASA stream. So this big rocket launch, they were going to commentate over it, be the official host. And this was his submission video. So we're not going to watch the whole thing, but I just want to click through it real quick and show you how much effort he put in.
For the opportunity to host the upcoming Mars 2020 mission launch on Theta TV. I am an educator in the state of Florida, Central Florida to be precise, about 2 hours away from Kennedy Space Center. I have lived here for the last 28 years and have seen
Look at his cute
launches,
little kid.
each one more exciting than the last, and carrying the audience. Thank you for this opportunity, and I cannot.
Anyways, I didn't want to watch the whole one, but point is, you did a really good job on this video. He got more or less second. Okay, he wasn't selected for first, but he certainly caught notice. And I'll tell you, I'm the one that was in charge of the NASA program, and while NASA decided to go with a different winner, I will never forget this video that Ghost made. And I know that for future NASA opportunities or sci-fi or space opportunities, this guy's gonna be one of the first, if not the very first person I call. So maybe, I hope he doesn't feel like this was a waste of time. It didn't pay off right off the bat. He didn't win that competition, but I'll never forget this video. And I will absolutely be hitting up in the future for opportunities that make sense. So I guess the point I'm making there is, even if it doesn't pay off right away, you are still getting noticed. You are still, being branded in many ways that you can show other sponsors in the future, even if it doesn't work right off the bat. So anyways, don't mean to talk too long. I hope this included some helpful information for you guys on why you should make spec content, speculative content, and why that can increase your chances of being sponsored by a brand. So big shout out to Dale. Thank you for this idea. I'll put all those videos that I showed in the link below if you guys want to click and check them out further. But if you guys like this video, please hit that like button, make it turn blue. That's super helpful. Subscribe to me. That's so cool when I see people tell me that they want to watch more videos, that they're subscribing to my content. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below with video ideas if you have them. But yeah, just that like and subscribe is super helpful for me. All right, well, that's how to land your dream sponsor with spec content. And until next time.